5 seconds before.
Oh, look at
I didn't do it on a different angle?
Oh, I was little.
No, it's the same angle.
It's the same one.
Same angle, man.
B-roll.
He looks very relaxed and very douchey with those sunglasses.
The man bun? You like the man bun?
No, I don't. I do not.
He doesn't care anymore, guys. He doesn't care.
He doesn't shower.
He owns that place.
He kind of does. But anyway, Biles being out of the Olympics is huge news for NBC. It's huge news for not me. I can't get into the gymnastics. I struggle with the performance sports that are judged.
Because you don't have the discerning eye to qualify yourself to say, oh, that's got to be deduction right there. She bent her arm. He didn't stick the landing.
Hey, what's up? Not much. Yeah, hold on 1 second though, I gotta pull over. Okay, what's the address? What was the measurement? That was 3 flags of sidewalk and an approach. Was there? I swore I put a dot on there somewhere, but yeah, I was figuring they were gonna cut it. Yeah. I think that's where it was, right straight across. Yep. Yeah, because that was going to be way too big. They weren't going to approve that whole flag. Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, I think it was at that gate. I don't know why I didn't dot it, because I normally would dot it right where I was thinking about cutting it. Okay. Yep, no problem. Okay. Bye.
sunglasses?
I do not.
Her name is Carly.
Oh, Carly.
Ledbetter.
Yep. You got it. You got it. I didn't think you'd get it, but you got it. Well done.
Carly. I do remember the name, but what's the last name?
Lloyd.
Carly Lloyd.
Yes.
I do. I vaguely remember.
All right, so, look.
And this is why they're not getting paid as much as the men.
Can you name any men?
No.
Ethan, come on. You probably can name less men, I bet you.
I can't name a single guy.
Yeah, there we go.
Not a single
All right.
one, because there is no interest. It's out there.
There's plenty of interest. You're just
Not
interested.
enough.
You need
Not
you
enough.
need to brush up on your Michaelas.
Yeah.
Apparently so do I, though. All right, so I do have a
Brittany,
theory.
there Brianna.
I do have a theory. Scurry. It wasn't Brianna.
I know Brianna Scurry was a goaltender.
I do have a theory about men's basketball. Kang, I shot my theory out in the office. I gave it my best. Did I sell you on being correct?
No.
Okay. I'll give my theory about men's basketball at 10:20 as we continue to struggle in international play. 248-539-9797. It's Carson Anderson. Open lines. Welcome Twitch crowd, twitch.tv. Thanks for watching. You can watch the show 971 The Ticket. The Odyssey app. Download it today and take the show anywhere with you on your mobile device. And go to 971theticket.com to see the people selected champ and chump. You can also stream the show there. Carson Anderson here on 97.1.
Hey, before you go out shopping for a home, you need to call Hall first to get your financing in place. So if maybe you're just going to refinance, you want to get some cash out, do something around the house, call Hall Financial first, because this is the company that cares about you. They're deep-rooted in philosophy, and that philosophy is service. They've got nearly 4,000 five-star reviews. In the past, I've used Hall Financial, and I was very happy with the entire process because things move quickly and smoothly. In fact, Hall Financial closes the majority of their loans in 8 business days or less. It's still a great time to refinance because interest rates are at record lows. More than half of their loans don't require an appraisal. That's huge because that can save you up to $750. Get pre-approved the same day with Hall Financial's unique process and advanced technology. Easy enough. You go to the website at callhallfirst.com and check it out. You get a quick quote for the refi, and you can give a call as well if you want to talk to somebody. 248-308-5000. Refinancing gets you lower payments and get you cash back, shorter term, whatever it is. Discuss all your options with what makes sense for you, and do that with Hall Financial, where personal attention is their #1 priority. Again, the website to go to is callhallfirst.com. That's callhallfirst.com.
The NBA draft is right around the corner, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with some amazing deals in honor of the Pistons' #1 pick. New FanDuel users can get 20-1 odds on Cade Cunningham. You ever heard of him? To go #1 in the draft by signing up with promo code WOJO. That's a $100 payout from a $5 bet. If you already got a FanDuel account, right now all users can get $10 back in site credit when they place a bet of $25 or more on the NBA draft. Celebrate a new chapter in Pistons history at FanDuel Sportsbook. Just sign up using promo code WOJO. Must be 21 or older and present. Michigan Purdue use offer. Must reach our designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. Maximum bet $5 for all customer offers. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Maximum bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main points. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
That part is super important.
Here's one with a booming voice.
I'm emphasizing everything.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance.
Like a page with every word highlighted.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Staples Connect has everything you need for back to school at amazing prices. Right now, the TI-84 Plus CE Graphing Calculator is just $99.99. You save $55, our lowest price this season. With savings like that, your student won't just be ready for school. They'll be first day of school pop quiz ready.
It's showtime.
Visit your local Staples store or staples.com/back to school today and get more than ready for back to school with amazing prices for everything on your list. And take 1 limit 2 per customer in store only.
Nobody protects you from mayhem Turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Norfolk, Illinois.
What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
There are no sweeter sounds. Hear the game. Here is all the play-by-play all season is on 97.1 The Ticket and the Odyssey app.
Scott Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket. All right, here's my theory, Gator. Take an NBA team that didn't make the playoffs, have them prepare, send them instead. Send the Detroit Pistons over to represent the United States in the Olympics. They win the gold.
I agree. No, I think you're 100% right because they're a team that plays together all the time and it makes sense. I'd have to look at the exact makeup of these international teams, but I'm guessing that the majority of those teams, the majority of the players on those teams have played together for a while in preparation, and they may add a player or two from the NBA if they're able to qualify.
But this can happen to other countries as well if they send players deep in the NBA playoffs. Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday got off the plane 11 hours before their game against France. 11 hours. Put on the uniform and played the game. Like this is not ideal preparation.
But that's like 2 players.
It's 3 players.
Well, 3 players, fine. But I mean, it's not like the rest of the roster is devoid of talent. We're still talking about major talent.
The problem is not talent. The problem is there are a bunch of guys out there rolling the basketballs out and playing pickup basketball compared to a team that plays together, plays defense, calls plays. I think you take the Miami Heat, the Detroit Pistons, somebody, send them over there, and I think they win the gold.
First of all, I already agree with you. That would be the case. But, I mean, as far as trying to figure out why Team USA lost now, I think it's just excuse-making if we come up with any kind of reasoning, because they do have too much talent. There's enough talented guys that have been playing together in this practice bubble or whatever they were doing for a couple of weeks leading up to this, playing in exhibition games without those other players, that they should have been able to beat France.
Should have been able to beat, was it Nigeria that beat them?
Yeah, well, that was in the exhibition stuff. All right.
But Kang, you don't buy it.
No, I disagree with you guys. I think that you're not giving enough credit to the world and how much they've caught up in the sport of basketball. They're amazing. You know, the face of who's the best player in the league right now? He's not
Giannis.
It's Giannis. He's not even American. The next best player, the face of the league, is going to be Luka. He's not American. Now, there is something to be said for, camaraderie and cohesion and all that stuff and playing together for sure. But, they've had practice. These guys are professional players. They know how to, run plays and things like that. But with that being said, the talent gap has definitely closed. It doesn't mean USA should be losing. There's no excuse for them to be losing. They should still be the favorite. They're just not the favorite they once were. Now, I don't want to break it down, but, the construction of the team could be flawed. You always need some kind of leader, some kind of alpha male. The basketball elite right now I was talking about, this kind of shows that Kevin Durant's not a real, true leader. He's an unbelievable basketball player, but can he lead a squad by himself? And people are kind of putting on Pop, but it's a player's game.
Yeah, I put it on Pop yesterday. Yeah. He was my chump of the week because he's got all the credentials in the world. People hail Popovich as being this great coach. I'm not saying he's not, but the greatest coach in basketball should be able to do something with this assemblage of talent.
He should, but I go back to, I think he's getting too much blame personally. I think it's the players. I think they don't have, when they had Kobe, he's a clear alpha male leader. You either follow his leader, you're not playing. Jordan, that was just too much talent. Didn't matter who was leader on that. But you go back to even the 2014 lost games. This team, the USA should win the gold. There's no excuse, like you say. There is no excuse. But It's going to be more difficult. These other guys in other international teams, Australia, for example, they have NBA players on their team. They are leading this team. They don't play together. You know what I mean? They've played on different NBA teams the entire year. They come together for the Olympics. And when Damian Lillard came out and said, which was a really bad look for Team USA, he comes out and says, these guys just play different when they're playing for their countries. That just makes it sound like you guys aren't playing playing hard for your country.
These guys just play defense.
Well, I mean,
no, but there is something to be said about. I get it when these guys put on their country's jersey and then you see their flag or whatever it is, they step it up a notch. And maybe Team USA, guys gotta.
They do because they're not supposed to win. So they're hunting. They're not the hunted. And the United States is clearly the hunted.
It has been forever.
And has always been. So it absolutely means more. Hey, we got a chance to play the United States now. Let's get up for this. And they're going to get up for it, absolutely. But you can see a different style of play.
Let me make something clear. Of course the world is caught up. Like, of course, the best player, like the best player over there, this is how I answer your question, is Luka. And he's a force, right? And, I mean, Greece didn't make it, which is weird. I would have thought they would have made it. But anyway, Greece didn't make it. So Giannis isn't there. But in the case of those countries, yes, they've caught up. I just think Gator made a point about guys get caught in screens and coming off picks, and they all of a sudden there's a defender in their face and they're not used to it because they're used to NBA basketball. I just think one NBA team that has played together for an entire year, that continues to train and prepare and scout and doesn't roll off the plane 11 hours before the first game with a quarter of their roster, that team is better equipped to win a game that needs to be won than a bunch of all-stars thrown together at the last minute. In my humble opinion. 248-539-9797. Let's go to Roger on a cellular 97.1. Hi, Roger.
How you doing, fellas?
What's up?
Long time since I talked to you. Last time I talked to you, we talked about deer hunting, whacking deer. Do you remember?
Yes, distinctly.
Yeah. So I called up. In my opinion, the professional basketball players, even though they're not getting paid for the Olympics, fellas, if they were playing ball, they would have sent them a playbook. Why didn't they read about who they were playing with? Are you telling me they don't know who they're playing against and they don't know how to play together? They're professional athletes.
I am telling you they don't know how to play together as well as a team like the Pistons would.
No, that's probably true, but come on, man. Suck it up. You're playing for the flag. Talk about what you're going to do, and then go do it. You make millions of dollars to do this when you're not playing for the flag. That's what those other guys are playing. How many of those other guys play professional ball in their country or in Europe?
Well, they all do. I think they all do.
Every one of them. That's right. That's right. Exactly right.
There's no excuse.
Coming together, and they kick their ass.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they didn't look at a playbook or didn't know their opponents. I don't know how they're preparing, but I'm guessing that they still do have some kind of semblance of preparation.
Just because a team is professional basketball players doesn't mean that you can put them on the court and they're going to play well together. I don't agree with your line of thinking there. Hey, they're professional basketball players. Play as a team. Well, you learn your teammates. It takes some time.
It does, but everyone else is doing it. They're not the
Everybody
only
else
ones.
is doing it, but they also, I don't think anybody else had 3 players get off a flight 11 hours before the tip-off.
No, but would you say without those 3 players, they have enough talent?
It's set up dysfunctionally is my point. I am making excuses for them, I guess. It's what it sounds like. I think the whole setup is dysfunctional.
I wouldn't have played those players then. If you thought that was going to be an issue, don't play them. And clearly, it played a role. I mean, they didn't look good. Now, do I expect them to bounce back and play pretty well in the next couple games leading up to the medal round? Yep. I think they cleaned up a lot of stuff. But to King's point, do they need an alpha male? They may, and maybe they have one, but that was one of the guys who was tired. Was Devin Booker? Is he an alpha male?
No, not really. You know who? We talked about this as a joke last week. LeBron James. If he would have came over there and won gold and said, I'll take care of this, guys. I just did Space Jam red carpet, but I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Would have been unbelievable. He is an alpha male. People would have followed LeBron because he would have took over the press conferences, the whole thing. He would have led this team. There's no excuse. This team, honestly, I don't know what to say for him. I mean, Kevin Durant needs we all know he's kind of sensitive with the burner accounts, the cupcake nickname. He's an unbelievable player, but can he lead a team? Look what happened to Brooklyn. I know they had injuries.
It's Carson Anderson, 97.1.
Saving money on your next project with 11% off everything at Menards. Senco has the tools you need to get your project done right. In stock now. Check out the Duraspin corded screwdriver. It makes it quicker and easier to fasten decking, flooring, and drywall. All Senco tools are 11% off. Get 11% off everything at Menards. Good through July 31st. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Now's a great time to get a new set of wheels during the Kia Summer's Calling sales event. Hi friends, Bill Golling here for Golling Kia of Madison Heights, telling about some of the great values. Qualified buyers can lease a 2021 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for just $189 a month. Leases for 36 months, 10,000 miles, or with 3,000 due at signing. We have a decent selection of Sportages to choose from, with more on the way. So come visit our new dealership on 14 Mile Road east of the Oakland Mall in Madison Heights. Remember, we want to see you at a Golling Kia. Check us out online at gollingkia.com.
You know what the cool thing is about baseball? There's virtually a game every single day. And guess what? That means new BetMGM customers can turn $1 into $100 when they bet on any Detroit Tigers game. Sign up for the BetMGM app using bonus code TOMM100. And if you bet $1 on any Tigers game, you'll get $100 in free bets, even if your wager is a strikeout. That's the kind of teammate BetMGM is. Discover their innovative parlay selection builders, daily promotions, boosted odds specials, and so much more. And guess what? Right now, too, football season's approaching, and that means you can get in on some futures, both college and pro. You can download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code TOMM100 to get $100 when you bet $1 on any Tigers game this season, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Only at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, an official gaming partner of the Detroit Tigers. This is a new customer offer, paid in free bets. Must be 21 years or older, Michigan only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
The Dave's single from Wendy's made with fresh, never frozen beef has the power to blow your mind. But now that the Dave's single is buy one, get one for $1, as well as the spicy or classic chicken sandwich and the spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, Wendy's BOGO for $1 deal is gonna blow your mind and your speakers. Get these faves, BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with combo or any other offer.
Gonna miss you around here, Iris.
Olivia's best optometry technician is going back to school.
Did we get that new friend?
Her eye is already twitching about finding a replacement.
Ugh, this can't keep happening. We're gonna have to cancel appointments.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting the COVID-19 vaccine is your shot to win. Michiganders 18 and older vaccinated between December 1st, 2020 and July 30th, 2021 are now eligible to win millions in prizes. Get details and enter at mishottowin.com. Subject to sweepstakes rules.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbthealth.com.
The Detroit Tigers play the Minnesota Twins. Pre-game tonight at 7:50 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Feedback coming in. Your argument doesn't work, Doug, because there's so many international players on NBA rosters now. Yes, there are. France is led by Rudy Gobert.
And Rudy Gobert.
Yabusele, who was with the Celtics for a few years. Evan Fournier. Nicholas Batum, who's been in the league for 12 years. I mean, those are NBA players. I think a collection of NBA All-Stars, and let's face it, those are fringe NBA players, would struggle against an established NBA team. I think they would struggle against an established NBA team that's running plays, that knows each other. I think the Pistons win the gold. And in this case, I mean, look, there's no way to prove it. I just think we're seeing the flaws exposed. You know, we were talking about the guys that just got off the plane, and your point, you are really down on Popovich, and I think you are determined to prove that Popovich is overrated. I'm not okay with it.
I'm not.
But
he's not McVay level, is he? Like, you like Pop?
No, Pop's fine, but I'm just saying, does Pop get exposed a little bit because he's the coach of this Olympic team.
Drew Holiday, one of the guys that just got off the plane, led the team in minutes with 28 minutes. Tied with Damian Lillard. So 248-539-9797.
I'm just saying, a team that's got Damian Lillard and Kevin Durant on it with Jason Tatum, and they can't beat France. They can't beat Rudy Gobert.
They need to. It's unexcusable. It really is. And I'm a guy who says the world has caught up in talent. So you're not going to see the 30, 40-point blowouts to France and Slovenia and the team, Australia, the teams that do have NBA talent, but you still beat them.
Yeah, you'll see it when they beat the hell out of Iran. But that might be it.
I want to see Iran's roster. They don't have one NBA player, do they?
I'm guessing no. But who knows?
See what we can come up with here. Iranian men's national team. Anyway, let's get to your phone calls. We got a Josh and Warren. Hi, Josh.
Hey, Doug, did you say that this team's made up of fringe NBA All-Stars?
No, the France team is.
Oh, okay. So what would you call this U.S. men's team?
All-Stars.
All-Stars? And they're playing against guys that are not in the NBA, right?
No, the French team, I just mentioned the 4 guys and the 5 starters. One more.
Okay, so they're pretty much playing a bunch of guys that would be fringe in the league at best. But we sent this team over there with no alpha, with a bunch of guys that pretty much hate each other. Just Draymond Green and Kevin Durant don't like each other. Damian Lillard doesn't like any of them. Now you got Devin Booker over there after all the chirping they did. This team is toxic. And it's the new wave of the NBA where it's kind of like we're getting rivalries again, where guys don't like each other, which is good. But now you put them together, and they're just not cohesive. They don't trust anybody.
Well, I think that speaks to Doug's point that you could put together, you could send one of the teams that didn't make the playoffs, and they'd probably fare better because they are a team. They're a cohesive unit that has played together, as opposed to just picking and.
But the talent gap from the U.S. men's national team compared to the rest of the world should not be losing.
Of course
not.
At all.
No, of course. But they are because of the way it's set up.
I think Popovich is kind of getting exposed because I don't think players like him. He only had his run with the 3 core guys that he had. Ever since they left, he hasn't won a damn thing.
I mean, I think Popovich is a hell of a coach. And maybe his greatest strength is being able to keep those guys together for so long.
Did the Dream Team love each other?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of love in the Dream Team.
I mean, those were some pretty heated rivalries back then.
Yeah, but those guys...
You know what's funny is there were heated rivalries. Correct me if I'm wrong. There were heated rivalries against guys who played against each other. You just mentioned Durant and Draymond played together and don't like each other.
Right. But, I mean, there is a lot of dysfunction in there, but is he an alpha? But if he doesn't have the respect of the other players, that's tough. Chris Middleton only played 5 minutes against France. He was one of those guys that came in late, right?
Yes.
I think Chris Middleton now maybe has his sea legs underneath him. He's ready to go. Because that's a huge addition when you got somebody who can shoot like he can shoot.
248-539-9797. Percy's in Redford and next. What's up, Percy?
Hey, nothing much. How you guys doing, man?
All right, Percy.
Hey, good. No, I just had a question. I don't know if I missed it or not, but I was just wondering, why has Jeremy Grant is the only player that hasn't played?
Yeah, I don't know. He was the only one who did not play against France in the opening game. You're right.
Yeah, why is that? Why is he on the team if they didn't even use him?
Well, somebody's going to have fewer minutes than others, and...
Well, JaVale McGee got into the game.
JaVale McGee did get in the game. Positional.
Yo, McGee's actually built for the Olympic international rules, because once the ball hits the rim, it's a live ball. And that guy, if anything, go ahead and goaltend. Go ahead and, dunk it or whatever. Obviously position-wise, one of the reasons why he made the team, center, but he is kind of built for the international game. But we're talking about JaVale McGee. Yeah. Well, we shouldn't even talk about JaVale McGee.
But he brought up Jeremy Grant. I want to see Jeremy Grant play because he's a Piston and he had a hell of a season.
Bet he plays next game. If not, he may as well be like, does the handball team need some help?
He'd be awesome at team handball.
I don't think we have a team over there, so.
What?
I don't think we have a men's team handball team.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How can we not have a team handball?
Because we don't play it at all.
They didn't have enough time together.
Maybe this is just stupid ignorance coming out.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're used to it. I would imagine that you could come up with a group of professional athletes from around different sports in the United States, or college athletes.
Where are you going to go with this?
That would be insanely good at team handball.
I agree.
Like, I
just stop there, full stop. I thought you were going to say that we could throw together a team right now and just send them over.
We might be able to do it and come up with a team handball, because we've watched the sport, right? It's a combination of basketball.
It's a combination of so many things.
Water polo. It's water polo
with a volleyball
without the water.
There's concepts. There's concepts from football, like you see guys at breaking for the hole.
Yeah.
There's soccer mixed in. It is one of the strangest yet. I think it's the hit of the Olympics. Everybody I know who's seen it loves team handball, and we don't have a team there, men's or women's.
And we could throw some guy in there, and it's 6'9". Some guy.
Jeremy Grant's 6'9".
Right, there you go. I'm saying someone, whether it's a former NBA player or whatever, or somebody who's, he's still young, but just not good enough to cut at the NBA. But you're that tall. Height would be such a massive advantage in that sport. Plus the speed you could get that ball going to, because you've got the wingspan to uncoil that thing.
I've watched a lot of, or not a lot, but some team handball this summer. I still don't know the rules, man. I have no idea. You guys talked about how it's mixed with like 8 different sports.
Yep.
That's why I don't know the rules. When are you allowed to dribble? When are you not?
I don't know.
Guys are drawing charges.
Yeah, I don't. But yet I'm drawn to it every time.
Every shot is like crouching tiger, hidden dragon, then jump up to the air, wait till the last second, and then throw it. They do the 3-man weave. Yep. I mean, it's.
I feel like I'd be good at it because I love gym class.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, sweet, we're playing the game that the gym teacher made up, right?
That's what we said yesterday.
They told me,
I swear to God, that's absolutely
a game
the gym teacher made up.
Yes.
It is official. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has released the following statement. The University of Oklahoma and University of Texas today submitted formal requests for invitations to become members of the Southeastern Conference in 2025.
2025.
Here's the fun part. While the SEC has not proactively sought new members, we will pursue significant changes when there is a clear consensus amongst our members that such actions would further enrich the experiences of our student athletes and lead to greater academic and athletic achievement across our campuses. Translation. We're not admitting it, but we've been recruiting them for years because we want to make more money.
But they want to improve the academics, so they bring in Oklahoma and Texas. Texas gets gold.
The presidents and chancellors of the SEC, in their capacity as conference chief executive officers, will consider these requests in the near future. Per the bylaws of the SEC, a vote of at least 3/4 of the SEC's 14 members is required to extend an invitation for membership. I am rooting so hard for that to get voted down.
Yeah.
I am rooting. I think it